Welcome back to My English Podcast, everyone. Today, we're diving into the emotional roller coaster of learning English. Many learners describe the process as climbing a mountain, sometimes exhilarating, often exhausting. Have you ever felt like you just can't make progress, no matter how hard you try?
Absolutely, Tom. That feeling of stagnation is common, especially when progress is slow or invisible. But it's important to remember, just like climbing a real mountain, every step, even the small ones, takes you higher. It's normal to have days where you feel stuck or tired. In fact, studies from Cambridge show that over 60% of language learners report periods of low motivation and self-doubt.
That's reassuring to know it's not just me. On those tough days, what can learners do to keep themselves going? Is there a practical way to push through mental fatigue?
Great question. One effective strategy is to lower the bar, simply do a little. Instead of aiming for an hour of study, commit to 5 minutes of listening or reading. This taps into the tiny habits approach from behavioral science. Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. Even listening to a podcast during your commute counts.
I love that analogy. Like watering a plant daily, even if you don't see it grow overnight. The roots are developing. So, small wins matter in the journey, right?
Exactly. Each tiny victory, like understanding a new word or finishing a short story, is proof of growth. And when you look back after weeks or months, you realize just how far you've come, even if the climb felt slow in the moment.
Let's build on that. We often talk about motivation as if it's some magical spark, but in reality it's much quieter, isn't it? What does motivation really look like for language learners in daily life?
You're right, Tom. Motivation isn't always loud or dramatic. It's often the soft voice inside that whispers, "Try again." Psychologists compare motivation to a battery. Some days it's fully charged, other days it needs a recharge. The key is to understand your why. Are you learning for a job, travel, or just personal growth?
That's crucial. On days when energy is low, remembering your personal reason can be like fuel. I've heard some learners write their goals on sticky notes or say them aloud. Does that really work?
Yes, it does. Research from the University of Michigan found that students who regularly reminded themselves of their reasons for studying were 27% more likely to continue after setbacks. Keeping your purpose visible on your desk or phone can make a surprising difference, especially when you're tempted to give up.
So, motivation is less about dramatic inspiration and more about gentle persistence. Would you say it's okay to rest when tired, as long as you return?
Absolutely. Rest is not quitting. It's like pausing during a marathon. You catch your breath, then keep moving forward. The real magic happens when you come back, even after tough days.
Let's transition to a challenge many learners face: recognizing their own progress. It's easy to feel stuck or to focus on what you still can't do. How can someone actually see and feel their improvement over time?
That's a real struggle, Tom. One powerful strategy is to track your journey. For example, keep a simple notebook where you jot down new words, sentences, or things you manage to do in English each day. Even one sentence is enough. Over weeks, you'll have a tangible record of your growth.
That's a great idea. I've also heard about recording your own voice. Is that effective for noticing progress, even if it feels awkward at first?
Definitely. Using your phone to record yourself speaking creates a sort of time capsule. After a week or a month, listen to both recordings. You'll often notice clearer pronunciation and greater confidence. It's like before and after photos at the gym, but for your speaking skills.
I love that comparison. And what about the small, quiet signs of progress?
They're vital. Understanding a movie line without subtitles, or responding to a question without translating in your head, these are huge milestones. Sometimes, progress whispers rather than shouts, but it's there if you look for it.
Now, let's touch on something that holds many people back: the fear of mistakes. How can learners shift their mindset to see errors as part of the journey rather than evidence of failure?
Mistakes are the stepping stones to fluency. Think about a child learning to walk. They stumble constantly, but nobody tells them to stop trying. Language works the same way. When you make a mistake, your brain is actively learning and adjusting.
That's a comforting way to frame it. But sometimes the pressure to be perfect is strong. How can learners make the process more enjoyable and less stressful?
Make learning playful. Mix in music, movies, or conversations about topics you love. When learning feels like play instead of work, your brain actually retains information better. Neuroscience shows that positive emotions boost memory and recall.
So, if you laugh at a funny English video or sing along to a song, you're not just relaxing, you're learning more effectively.
Exactly. Enjoyment is a secret superpower in language learning. When you celebrate small wins and let yourself enjoy the process, you build resilience and motivation for the long road ahead.
As we wrap up, let's explore the bigger picture. Learning English isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. It's a key that unlocks doors globally. How can even slow, steady progress change a learner's life?
English is a passport to the world. With over 1.5 billion speakers, it connects you to opportunities, jobs, friendships, and information across continents. Even small improvements can mean understanding a global news story, chatting with a new friend from another country, or applying for an international job.
That's powerful. For many, English opens doors not just abroad, but at home too. More companies require it, and so much technology is in English. Is it fair to say that learning English is an investment in freedom and possibility?
Absolutely. Each word you learn adds to your toolkit for the future. Whether you want to travel, study, or simply connect with people different from yourself, English gives you choices. Even if your journey is slow, every step expands your world.
That's a hopeful note to end on. To everyone listening, remember, you're not just memorizing words. You're building bridges to new experiences and, with every step, creating a future full of possibility.
Well said, Tom. Celebrate your courage and persistence. You are doing something extraordinary, and your efforts today are shaping the adventures of tomorrow.